Beautiful rising, y'all. I hope y'all are having an amazing morning. We're going to get into this May 11th energy. Hold on, y'all. My cord is wrapped up on. Oh, hold on, y'all. I gotta move the stand. Ooh, okay. There we go. How y'all doing? Let's put that back over here. There we go. All right, let's get us plugged in so that we don't die. Because we multiply. We babies, kids. Oh, beautiful rising, y'all. I hope y'all are having a beautiful morning. Oh, goodness. It is another beautiful start to the week. And I feel like any day that you wake up is a new start, right? Any day you wake up is a new opportunity to make better choices. It's a new opportunity to meet people, to dismiss people. All right. Every day you wake up is a choice, y'all. And that's some things, some people don't have that choice anymore, right? So instead of us, always looking at things so pessimistically, right? Let's exercise a little optimism this morning, right? Because some people ain't waking up and they ain't have a choice. All right, so every day is about choices, y'all, right? Some people didn't wake up today, so they had no choice, right? So the fact, right, the mere fact that you are able to wake up, then that means God is giving you another day to make choices. All right, y'all, let's get into the energy. Welcome to the live, y'all. I am the Lady Empath 1111. I hope y'all are having a beautiful morning. Tap, tap, tap in. All right, who we got? I see Mia. I see Empress Dominique. Hey, Dominique. All right, y'all. I got more love readings coming out this week as well. So if you have not received your reading, you will have it either today or tomorrow. Every order that is in now will be caught up. So you will have yours either today or tomorrow if you have booked. I hope you guys are having a beautiful morning wherever you're checking in from, child. We'll get into this energy, y'all. Today's astrology, a little bit of life, love, and relationships, y'all. We're just going to see what it is, right, that the collective need to know most at this time. And you kind of the collective, y'all. You are kind of the collective. Let's talk about it, y'all. So the main event, y'all, today is your intuition is on 17,000, girl. That's all I'm gonna tell you. If you know, you know, y'all. All right. If you know, you know. If you are intuitive, my goddess of the moons, my high priestess, my prophets. All right. If you are someone who is highly intuitive, and especially if you have significant Pisces placements, this Pisces moon is actually intensifying your intuition. It's intensifying your spiritual downloads, right? You're able to truly tap in and listen, right? And understand, right? It's more than listening, y'all. It's understanding, right? The information that God gives us. I told you, God has not left us without clear direction. It's just that a lot of times, y'all, it's like we be walking around in the fog, y'all. Somebody is foggy where you are. Right? A lot of times we walking around in a fog, but the fog is unhealed issues and wounds, y'all. That's all the fog is. I'm seeing 777. All right. The only thing, right, is that when you begin to heal, y'all, the fog, it dissipates. So that's all it is. It's not like God hadn't been talking, right? It ain't like the universe ain't been there, right? God is in all things at all times, right? So when you understand, sometimes what we were not able to hear or see was the information that was being presented to us. That choices, y'all, that comes with healing, right? Sometimes you can't help that you made bad choices, y'all. Never, y'all. That's why God gives us grace, right? God gives us grace because everybody has made bad choices and decisions, y'all, because the choices and decision you make is usually based on your upbringing, right? Your childhood, right? So let's get into the energy, y'all. All right, Moon in Pisces, magnetic Venus Mars energy, y'all, is taking place. Today's cosmic weather is a beautiful blend, y'all, of deep emotional sensitivity and magnetic attraction. The moon is swimming through intuitive Pisces all day, y'all, making us feel more romantic, compassionate, and spiritually connected. Meanwhile, y'all, a gorgeous sextile is building between Venus, which is love, all right, and Gemini and Mars, which is passion, in Aries, child, all right? This is the perfect recipe for blending charm with bold action. And relationship, y'all, is not just love relationship. Relationship is any relationship. You can use these moon and astrological transits to enhance your connection to God, y'all, to you, to the universe, right? So when people say why you do love readings or why you do love astrology, because God is love. And if you can allow yourself to see yourself the way God sees you, you develop the relationship with God first. When you develop the relationship with God, nothing else or nobody else matters. At that point, now you have discernment. And when you have discernment, you make better choices, y'all. All right, that's it. That's all. So 12:35 a.m. Moon conjunct the North Node, y'all. The day kicked off with faded energy. Pay attention to new connections, right? Or sudden emotional growth. Maybe your emotions are growing, right? Maybe now you see certain relationships in your life differently, right? As we grow, we heal. And remember, I told you when you heal, your perspective changes. It's not much, y'all, in life that changes, but what truly changes is your perspective. It's your perspective of people. It's your perspective of life. It's your perspective of God, y'all. Nothing has changed in this world other than the collective consciousness, right? Where we are now more self aware because consciousness is simply your own awareness of who you are, right? So at the point you become more aware, conscious, right, of who you are, your perspective changes. When people live in a consciousness of oppression, then their awareness in themselves was insignificant. It was minuscule, right? But now at the point where you are more aware, right, of your power, your what? Consciousness has raised. Now, they don't want y'all to have a new consciousness. They don't want y'all to have a new awareness, right? So as long as your awareness or your consciousness is what? Down here at the bottom of the barrel, and you think less of yourself, meaning God ain't in you, God is in heaven, unattainable, because with sin, you gonna go to hell, right? As long as your consciousness is separated, meaning God is outside of you, now you don't know your power, right? But at the point you're now aware that God consciousness is on the inside of you, you rise up, y'all, with what? All power. Let's talk about it, y'all. All right, so 1:57 p.m., y'all, moon, semi-square Chiron. All right, midday might bring up a minor insecurity, all right, or hurt feeling. Don't pull away from this energy, y'all. Use this as an opportunity for healing and building bridges through vulnerability. All right, 11:42 p.m., y'all, moon sextile Mercury. Late tonight, the communication gate swing wide open. All right, ideas and feelings flow freely, making it the perfect time for a late night heart to heart or a sweet goodnight text. And even if that is, y'all, a heart to heart conversation with yourself and God and your spirit, guys, to say, hey, I've had all day to listen to the voice of God. I heard every download, right? So now I know this is what I desire, right? So whatever that conversation looks like, y'all, this evening, you're going to want to have that with yourself. All right? Let's see. Overall, with the Pisces moon, y'all, love feels dreamy and poetic today. All right. You might find yourself craving deeper soul connections rather than just surface level fun. All right. Somebody you want to go a little deeper, child. Somebody say you want a little depth, girl. All right, y'all, let's see. It says you might find yourself craving, okay? However, because Mercury is moving into a minor challenging aspect with Neptune later today, y'all, communication can get a little foggy. All right. So if someone seems vague or non-committal, don't panic or overthink it. All right. Just give it space, y'all. All right. If your king's acting a little weird, y'all give their asses space because many of them, y'all, are going through their own dark night of the souls and spiritual awakenings. And only thing he needs right now from you is love, support, and space. Space, y'all. Men need space to grow. All right. Thank you, love. Oh my God. Thank you, Vaja. Thank you, love. All right. They need space to grow, y'all. That's it. That's all. It's nothing that you need to do. All right. It's nothing that you need to do. Give your people space, y'all. All right. Give them some space to grow. All right. So let's talk about it, y'all. All right. Let's see. The building Venus Mars sextile, y'all, means your best approach is to be gentle but confident. Flirtation and is highly favored, right? Flirt a little bit, y'all. Flirt a little bit today. All right. The overall vibe, y'all, is romantic, intuitive. All right. This is that moon in Pisces energy, y'all. Moon in Pisces is intuitive. All right. So listen to God, y'all. Listen to your divine downloads. Rich Rising Deja. Hey, Timothy. Absolutely, because heaven is a mind state, Timothy. If your brother's mind, right, or your mind is at peace about your brother, then he made it. See, that's a consciousness, Timothy, right? So let's talk about it. So if someone's going to make it to heaven, you, right, understand that by how you feel, right? So if you are at peace, then he is at peace. All right, let's get into the energy, y'all. The Pisces moon, all right, the Pisces moon. Y'all, my king is texting me talking about, hey, love, let's get to it. I'm already to it. Love. He's talking about Rich Rising, love, let's get to it. All right, y'all, let's see. The Pisces moon, y'all, is heightening your intuition today. Have you ever had a gut feeling? All right, y'all. About a relationship or about a job, about an offer. Somebody, you gonna sign a new contract today, y'all. It's not always love, y'all. Energy is energy, right? Somebody, you gonna sign a new contract today. You've been waiting on that new contract. Is gonna come through today's energy, y'all. That is what this energy is about. Let's get into the cards, y'all. Welcome to the live, y'all. I am the Lady Empath 1111. All right, we are live daily, y'all. The collective. All right, we are live daily at 7:15 a.m. for your daily guidance. Listen to the moderators, y'all. Those are my ladies. They rock with me. They will tell you everything you need to know about me, how to follow us, all right, on all avenues. Let's get into the energy, y'all. Double tap the screen, y'all, if you are enjoying the content. All right, the griot. All right, somebody, this is your inner child healing. All right, we're building a new legacy and foundation, y'all. We had great Mother's Day messages. So if y'all missed my Mother's Day live yesterday, go back and catch the recap, y'all. All right, you can go on under my, up under my content and see yesterday's message, y'all, because now that we have experienced, right, a lot of brokenness in families, y'all, and it's nothing that we have done as a collective, y'all. You got to understand this world, right? We went through epidemics, y'all, of drugs, of addiction, of broken homes, of broken families, right? So at some point, your legacy, it is broken, y'all. That's simple, right? It is broken. It's not for us to say, oh no, my family is perfect. We've never had any issues. If that is you, then that is great, y'all. But many of the chosen, right? Because we are the black sheep, we are the chosen, right? Many of us, that's not our reality. So when that is not your reality, what you're beginning to understand is that there were certain things that had to be broken down in order for restoration to take place, meaning you, right, as the chosen one, to now become the foundation. That's called generational curse breaking, y'all. Right? That's how you break generational curses, not by listening to people talk about the curse, but by doing something about it. Right? What you gonna do about the broken marriages in your family, right? What you gonna do about the people who aren't going to college and becoming educated in your family, right? What are you gonna do about it? Right? It's great to talk about it. Now I'm here. Don't talk about it, be about it. Who say that, y'all? Yeah. Somebody, you be somebody, don't talk about it, be about it. With somebody, yeah, you gotta be about it, y'all. Double tap the screen, y'all. Let's ride. So now, y'all, right, as your inner child has begun to heal, y'all. This is the number 19. Somebody, you could be born on the 19th. 1 and 9 is 10, y'all. 10 is what? Endings. But all endings bring you back what? To one, new beginnings, right? So somebody, you're experiencing a lot of happiness in your life, y'all. The griot, right? That's somebody's inner child that's saying, my God, we made it. Who is we? You and your inner child. Right? You and your inner child made it, y'all. And that's when you just happy. I heard go to the guidebook. All right, I want to read from the guidebook on this one, y'all. And I don't usually go to the guidebook, but I definitely heard go to the guidebook. All right, the griot, y'all. It says bliss, bliss. It says yay. Y'all, the thing on thing say yay. All right, yay is the energy of the moment. Things are about to get really good. Holy shit, y'all. Sorry. I just text my king that this morning. All right, y'all. I dropped a song on the Discord, y'all, in the iChannel music, right? I can't even remember, y'all. I done played the damn thing all morning. Hold on, y'all. Let me see if I click y'all over here with the live still on my phone about Trust in You, Anthony Brown, y'all. Stop playing. All right, Trust in You by Anthony Brown. I was listening to that all morning, y'all. Somebody, you got to trust in God because there's something that God told you, right? It's something that God, let me go to the lyrics on this song, y'all. It says, you did not create me to worry. You did not create me to fear, but you created me to worship daily. So I'ma leave it all right here. Help, girl, stop playing. Somebody, you better go. Somebody, hey, you have now established a new trust in God. You did not create me to worry. Child. You did not create me to fear. Nope. You created me to worship daily. So I'm gonna lay it all right here. Child. Okay, y'all. It's early now. I'm tired, y'all, and my voice ain't ready yet. But I got you later on, y'all. All right, I may go later. I may go live later, y'all, for a love reading at 7. So if my day ain't too hectic today, I am going to come back here live for a 7 o'clock love reading. All right, for y'all little evening wind down. All right, y'all. So somebody, you realizing God ain't create your ass to worry, and God ain't create you to fear. All right, yay is the energy of the moment, y'all. Things are about to get really good. That's the song. I put it in the Discord this morning, y'all, and I sent it to my king. I say, babe, I feel some stuff in the energy. I was like, I feel it in the energy. Something about to happen. I said the next 3 weeks, y'all. That's what I told my king. Well, guess what? I lead y'all too, right? Right? The next 3 weeks, y'all. I said the next 3 weeks things, y'all. It's the rest of the month of May, right? So the rest of this month, y'all, it's what, y'all? All gas, no brakes. All right, y'all. Things are about to really get good. It is safe to be optimistic, y'all. No more worry, no more fear. Y'all, this is the energy, and I could never make it up. I posted that song at 6 o'clock this morning, y'all. What does thing say? The griot. What is it? It's over with, y'all. God ain't create you to worry. God ain't create you to fear. All you had to do was get up and worship daily. And God said, I'm going to lay that shit right here. That's it. That's all, y'all. God said, lay that shit right here. Right? You ain't had to carry nobody's burdens, y'all. You ain't had to carry nobody's fear. You ain't had to carry nothing. All you had to do was lay that shit right here. That's it. That's all, y'all. Right? And when you begin to realize that all you do is restore not only your faith in God, but you restore your faith in yourself. The reason that we are burdened down and cannot live the life that we desire authentically through God is because we care about people. And you are carrying the burden of what? Fear. And the burden of what? Worry. And at the point you release the burden of what? Fear and worry. Now you done laid that shit down. Say that, y'all. Hey, Mia. Who we got in the comments, y'all? Can everybody give the content a thumbs up if you are watching and you are enjoying the content, even though you don't want to admit it? Double tap the screen. Y'all be worried about the cards and you better listen to God. Hello. Double tap that shit. 737, y'all. 7 is spirituality. 3 is creation. And when you begin to understand that you create your reality through God, without anybody else, you ain't never worried. And you ain't never in fear. All right, let's talk about it, y'all. All right, so it says, in fact, put on your cute shoes and dance, child. People are naturally drawn to your light. Somebody you went shoe shopping? Somebody you went out dancing this weekend? All right. Your love is your light, y'all. Radiate and shine your splendor. You have nothing to hide. The griot ancestor illuminates your path with warmth and positivity, encouraging you to embrace your true self. Express your creativity and bask in the blessings of life. What did I say earlier, y'all, when we came on, right? Many people ain't even get the choice because they didn't wake up this morning. The pure fact that you woke up, that gives you the ability to make whatever choice you desire. And the thing about God is, God gives you a choice. God don't force people to do stuff. God don't scare people into submission. God does none of that, y'all. People, religion, denominations, spirituality, all of that has scared people into forgetting who God is. God is just God. That's it. That's all. Right? God is in all things at all times, universal energy. God is not fear, God is love. And at the point people can cause you to fear cards, they can cause you to fear Jesus, they can even cause your ass to fear God. Now, you can't even listen to nobody but who? Them. As long as people keep you in fear, you don't listen to you. You listen to them. And that is why you, as a collective, have to get the fuck out of fear. Fear will keep y'all ass stuck in bondage, in slavery, believing in dumb shit that people told y'all because you scared, because somebody said it was evil, because somebody said something was wrong. And fear is Jezebel because Jezebel is control. So when your narcissistic mama and your narcissistic friends that want to control what you believe in and your relationship with God, all you begin to realize is that is the spirit of Jezebel. Somebody, you have an ancestral remembering that's taking place. It's your memory, y'all. It is your memory to trust yourself, express your creativity, and bask in the blessings of life. Somebody, you have something that is very creative that you're working on at this time, and you may feel like people won't understand it. This could simply be your style of painting for somebody. This could be your style of music for somebody. And maybe people don't agree with it, y'all. But guess what? You have to embrace your true self. God always gonna bless your true self. Hello. God is always going to bless your true self. God can't bless indecisiveness because God is saying, if you don't know who you are, then I don't know who you are. So how can I bless your business? How can I bless your relationship? How can I bless your creation when you are straddling? There is no gray. There ain't no gray, y'all, because now I'm seeing Jonathan McReynolds. No gray. No gray, y'all. There is no gray, right? You just got to trust God. And yeah, it might not make sense, y'all. How would it make sense that somebody that grew up in the church has pastored a whole prophetess, everybody in my family, y'all, do how I do it? Because God said do it this way. Because people made it about the church. People made it about pastors. People made it about religion. And it was never about that. It was about God. And at the point people begin to make it about people and a Bible and dumb shit that God ain't never created, when we understand that the only thing God ever created, I don't care what you believe in, is you, man, and the heavens and the earth. And that is what? Astrology, dummies. God has given you the blueprint. You forgot about the moon and the stars. How you thought people was planting, y'all. How you felt like people was being led. How the hell Harriet Tubman got y'all asses out of slavery? Because she ain't had no map. So all she had, y'all, was the heaven and the stars. And then you begin to take your own history and forgot how your ass was set free. The Bible didn't set you free, motherfuckers. It was the heaven and the stars led through a woman that knew how to trust God and read the fucking heaven and the stars. Stupid. How you thought your ass got led out? You thought it was the Bible? No, motherfucker. It was the heaven and the stars and Harriet Tubman ass. Right? And the fact that you knew that you needed to plant on this day and you needed to harvest on this day because this season was plentiful. This season is to plant seeds. This season is harvest. Right? God gave everybody all of that before your Bible was created. So how the hell you think everybody else was doing before the Bible? Because guess what, y'all? The Bible ain't that fucking old. So what happened to the whole world before then? Stop playing, y'all. Oh, me? Oh, I'm the lady empath. 1111. The fuck? We don't do that, y'all. I tear down the church and the spiritual community because everybody making y'all asses scared. The spiritual community talking about spell work and voodoo all the goddamn time. The church telling you you're going to die and go to hell. At what point y'all are going to speak life into people and encourage them to heal? You don't need to be afraid of nothing when your ass heal. But as long as they can keep your ass scared, then you ain't focused on healing. Y'all stop playing. Somebody, you the griot. You are the griot, y'all. All right, it says the griot is depicted by Amali strumming the drum, y'all. All right, allow the inner confidence you feel to radiate outward. Hold your head up high and smile. Be open to opportunities, y'all, for prosperity in love, money, and success. I could never make it up. Somebody, this is your griot phase. Who is that? Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Fori. Happy birthday, child. This is a new beginning, child. Stop. Say that. Happy birthday, love. All right, somebody, this is a new beginning, y'all. That's what this is. And now it's your inner child. Look, your inner child singing, y'all. Somebody inner child is on fire. All right, y'all, get those thumbs up. Double tap the screen, y'all. Send the live gifts. All right, the super chats, thanks, or whatever y'all would like to send, y'all. Let's get these algorithms flowing, y'all. It's a beautiful start to the week. I hope you guys are having a beautiful day. All right, creature of earth. Now, God says, ooh, take charge. Take charge, y'all. Somebody, you 39 years old, right? It's time for you to take charge, y'all. That's 333. There's a lot of support, y'all. I heard ancestral support. So what you're beginning to understand, y'all, is that you have the ancestral support. What you got to do, take charge. This is your life, y'all. This is your life. God says take charge of that shit. Act like you know, is what I heard. Somebody, your ancestors say act like you know. Right? If you know, you know. Now act like it, y'all. Somebody, you got to take charge. I'm talking about you got to sit on the back of it, y'all. Look at this lady. She's sitting on the back of whatever this beast is. God says sit on the back of them and take charge. That's your life, y'all. That's your destiny. And as long as people can keep you away from your life and your destiny, they will always control you, y'all. Somebody, you got to take charge. I see somebody planting. All right, you've already planted the seeds, y'all. Now it's time for you to harvest. Take charge, y'all. Yes, say that shit, Mother God. We heal these wounds, y'all. And this is your confirmation. We talked, y'all, right? And the crazy thing is, y'all, we started these healing sessions not even understanding that Mother's Day was coming up, right? We began to, I think the collective, y'all, what did we do? I think we did our first clearing session around the new moon. Right, I think that's when we did the first core wound clearing session, and we were doing the mother wounds, father wounds, right, and the sibling wounds. We had no idea, y'all, what the energy was going to be these next 2 weeks leading up to Mother's Day. And it was so much coming out in the collective energy of just clearing those mother wounds, y'all. It says what? Mother God, miracle in motion, y'all, 42. All right, 42, 4 and 2 is 6. 6 is harmony. But you had to create an inner harmony first for yourself. Somebody, now you have mothered yourself. I see a peacock. Somebody, you see peacocks, all right, or you enjoy peacock feathers, right? But it's like now you're beginning to open up. This is expression, y'all. Strut. Y'all know what that peacocking energy is, right? That's that strutting energy. That's that energy that says it's okay to be different. It's okay to be seen. It's okay to be earthy. It's okay to believe in astrology. It's okay. And at the point people make y'all feel like everything is bad, then you can never what? Be at peace, y'all. At peace is where you hear God. And in these Pisces energy, God is speaking, y'all. God is speaking all the time. Why? Because it's 747. In all things at all times. Synchronicities, y'all. 7 is spirituality. 4 is a foundation. God speaks all the time. Many of you can't hear the voice of God because you hear the fear that has been instilled in you. And as long as you are scared, you ain't gonna never hear God, y'all. I told you, I am a prophetess. I always heard God. Not in when I got in that last marriage, motherfuckers. And that last marriage, I felt like I just couldn't hear nothing. Why? Because I was afraid. I was operating in fear in a narcissistic marriage with an addict. I was scared every day, all day. At that point, I could not hear God. Why? Because I was living in fear. As long as people keep you living in fear, you will never hear the voice of God. So what they say, be afraid of tarot readers, be afraid of Muslims, be afraid of this, be afraid of that, be afraid of anything that don't look like you, be afraid of anything that don't talk like you, be afraid. Not everybody so goddamn scared they can't hear what? The voice of God. Stupid. Ha! Ooh, child, we just doing a little channeling today. That's all, y'all. That's it. That's all, y'all. That's it. That's all. All right, somebody, you are a miracle in motion. That's it, y'all. You are a whole miracle. A miracle in motion, y'all, because you've now begun to heal your own mother wounds. You have become Mother God, y'all. Miracles in motion. All right, what else for the collective? All right, y'all. Ooh, say that now. God say, ask me for a hard thing. Say that, y'all. That thing says the conjure woman. What is that? The number 1. What is that? Manifestation. Now, right, that you understand your own bliss, your own magic. God is saying, take charge. You a miracle in motion. Somebody, I don't know what you've been praying for, but you finna get it. And we finna clarify that with the tarot. But whatever it is you've been asking for, say that, y'all. I flipped the deck over and that thing say the twins. I am running out of my room. Somebody, you got double blessings. Somebody, you getting conscious connections. I have had this deck, y'all, for probably a year. I ain't never seen this card. Didn't know a twin card was in this deck, y'all. Didn't even know. This is an ancestral deck. Somebody, it's in your lineage. Your divine union is a part of your lineage. Let me tell you how I know, y'all. My grandma was a twin flame. I don't tell this story much, y'all. But grandma said, go on, tell it, y'all. All right, let's tell this story, y'all. So my grandmother, y'all know my grandma passed away 5 years, April 14th, 414. All right, was the day we laid her to rest 5 years ago. Now, I don't be sad about that at all, y'all, because my grandmother is my lead spirit guide. And when my grandma passed along, the gates of heaven on earth opened up for me. And that's why I tell you, y'all, it ain't about is my grandma in heaven because she dead. Hell, you know she in heaven because the gates of heaven open up for you on earth, y'all. When your loved ones pass away, they are able to protect you and bless you, right? So when your life begins to change, it's simply because you are aligning yourself with what it is or the will of your ancestors. When you align yourself with the will of God, and your heritage, because it does matter. We do have ancestors. Stop letting people make y'all feel like you don't have ancestors. That's stupid, right? You absolutely do. Even though God is the governing factor of all things, you got ancestors. When your grandma them died, that's an ancestor. When your great-great-great-great-grandma died, that's an ancestor. So stop letting y'all people think y'all ain't got ancestors. That's stupid. Anywho, right? So at the point, they can now call down heaven on your behalf. When my grandma died, y'all, I'm talking about the gates of heaven opened up for me on earth. I took my power back. I got out of a narcissistic marriage with a addict, right? And my whole life changed, y'all. But my grandmother, right? She lived a life of tradition in the church. Right? My grandma was a reverend in the Church of God, like the most traditional, right? So she was married. When my grandfather died, God bless his soul. Somebody, your granddad named John. All right, my granddad name was John. Somebody, your last name Carr. All right. Right, that could be significant, y'all. Right, when my granddaddy passed off, my grandma never remarried at all. My grandma never remarried, as far as we knew, except me, because I knew she never even dated, but she did, y'all. My grandma met a younger man whose wife had also passed away, and he had three younger girls, which for a grandmother, I'm talking about, y'all. My grandma was 60 something. This man was probably 40 something. They both are reverends in the church of God. Ain't no way in hell they was finna date each other publicly. Except for the fact, why would it have mattered? His wife was going away. He was raising his teenage daughters by himself. My grandmother's husband passed away years ago. She in her house by herself. Her kids been grown. But they loved each other. And they snuck around and they had dinner together. He spoke at her funeral. That that just brought tears to my eyes. He spoke at her funeral. And I know that man loved my grandma. But because of tradition, y'all, because the world make that shit seem like it's weird, right? To have age difference unions. Oh, you weird. You weird. Why would that old lady want that young man? Cause that's her fucking twin. The fuck is you talking about? Why would it matter? But because they were both reverends in the church of God, what would it look like if Mother Carr, right, was dating Reverend such and such, right? Even though these are grown adults whose husbands and wives have passed away and been gone. I'm talking about, my granddaddy passed away 20, 30 years, right? His wife had been gone, y'all. And these two people who loved each other dearly could never show up in public together. Grandma said, you won't make that mistake. My king and I got an 18-year age difference. And I don't give a fuck what people say. That's my motherfucking king. Ha! All right, somebody stop playing. Your shit is been written in the stars, y'all. That shit's been written in the stars. And nobody can tell you who your person is, y'all. You just have to work through it. And I done told y'all, stay the fuck off of YouTube readings but for people to tell you that's your twin flame. Stop letting people even tell you you got a twin flame, y'all. Ain't everybody ain't got no damn twin flame. Unless you are a spiritual teacher, healer, shaman, manifester, some person that is supposed to impact this world, you ain't got no damn twin. Sit your ass in the background and pray for us. Because we need that shit. Ha! All right? Somebody, you have a conscious connection. You have a conscious connection and you're manifesting. And you know this, man. Now I'm seeing Smokey. Who is that, y'all? What's his name, y'all? I'm seeing him. I like him. And you know this, man. Yeah, him. All right, y'all. What is it, y'all? Father of Earth. Y'all, we got Mother God. Now we got Father of Earth. What is that? King of Pentacles. Somebody, you are manifesting a king. Simple. Smoky. Fried. Chris Tucker. There you go. Thank you, love. All right. Tucker, Georgia could be significant. Somebody your name Chris. Christina. Somebody your ass smoking. Your last name Tucker. ICT could be somebody's initials. All right, we got Father Earth, y'all. Somebody wants to be generous. Yeah, somebody, your strength is being tested at the bottom of the deck. So I'm hearing God say this, y'all, before we clarify. All right, somebody, as a divine feminine, your strength is being tested right now. Ain't nothing going wrong. If you are married, if you are in union, if you know who your person is, it's nothing going wrong. Sometimes the energy is heightened, y'all. I did a personal for one of y'all. I'm not going to name names, but I always tell circumstances, right? Because sometimes the energy around your person can be so chaotic that shit make you second guess, right? Like I did one of y'all personals over the weekend. I hit her up and I said, okay, girl, we got to do a one-on-one because I know this was your person, but what the hell going on in the energy? Because everything was coming out backwards. So those are the times where you have to say, wait a minute, maybe my strength is being tested, right? Or maybe I just need clarity, right? Whatever it is, y'all. But let me tell you, there's a soul awakening. Yeah. The soul's awakening, y'all. Oh, and poetic justice, y'all. Y'all standing back to back. Say that shit. Yeah. Yeah. Somebody, what's taking place for the divine feminine, You in hang woman, right? This is the hangman of this deck, y'all. It says the martyr, though, right? See, when the divine feminine begins to feel like you have sacrificed too much of yourself, you go into self-reflection mode. See, as the divine feminine, when you feel like you have become the martyr in your family, in your love situations with your children, it don't matter, y'all. When you feel like you have become the martyr, it's time for you to reassess, y'all. So somebody, you could be in a reassessment period, right? Or your strength could be tested August 12th or August 11th, August 20th. Any of those could be significant. November 20th, November 12th, November 8th, y'all. Any of those could be significant. All right, y'all. So let's clarify, because somebody, yeah, all right, for the divine feminine, you are being tested. 7:57, y'all. Every time I look at the time, it's a goddamn synchronicity, y'all. It was just 7:57. So I feel like somebody, there is, right, some type of balance being restored with the judge, y'all. That's the justice card, y'all. That's 11. All right, drop 11 in the comments, y'all. I got 82 people watching. It doesn't take but 2 seconds to double tap the screen. I know some of y'all be at work, but if you are enjoying the comment of the content, double tap the screen, y'all. If not, drop your ass off. All right. Poetic justice, y'all. Somebody, you're getting poetic justice. Poetic justice. Who sings that song, y'all? Now I'm hearing poetic justice. Poetic justice. It's a rap song. All right, y'all. Let's clarify the griot. All right, what is the griot energy? What's the griot energy? All right, Four of Pentacles. Yeah, somebody hold on to this shit. Four of Pentacles. God say hold on to it. All right, Four of Pentacles, y'all. I don't know what it is, but God, hold on. All right. Somebody could be, somebody, I'm going to tell you something. Yeah, you are dealing with a masculine energy who was actually indecisive about what it is that they wanted to do. See, somebody was resistant. See, in this deck, y'all, justice is in the reverse with the devil in reverse. I told you, this is poetic justice. Somebody, you've been dealing with a masculine who's been off and on. Judgment in the reverse. Somebody was indecisive. But there's a reason for this, is what I'm hearing them say. Yeah, the elders. All right, y'all, let's see. Somebody was holding on to something. Yeah, goddamn, the fool is in reverse, y'all. What the hell your person got going on? Hold on, y'all. Let me clarify. Your person going through some tomfoolery. Tomfoolery, child. What is this? What's the tea? It's too early for tea, God. Oh, shit. Okay, y'all. God said clarify with what's the tea deck, y'all. Oh, shit. All right, y'all, let's tap in. Who's that sending a gift? Thank you, love. She said it. Thank you, love. All right, y'all. Let's see, child. I ain't think we was gonna go. Look, I ain't think we was gonna get some tea this Monday morning, y'all. Woo, child. All right, y'all. Let me look. I gotta sip my coffee, child. Hold on. Yeah, it's a little cloudy outside, y'all, and I'm in Florida. I'm hearing God say somebody is doing introspection right now. Oh, I just heard this deck. I just grabbed this one, y'all. I don't know. I just looked down and saw this one. This deck. Okay. Yeah. All right, y'all. Somebody's doing some introspection is what I'm hearing God say. See, the devil is in reverse. Justice in reverse. Fool in reverse. Judgment. I heard Uno reverse, y'all. Somebody, God done flipped the Uno reverse on your person, because they were in the Four of Pentacles, y'all. Somebody was holding on to the world. Say that shit, God. Yeah, y'all. This frog is holding on to something that looks like the world. What is this that just popped out? I could never make it up. Say that shit, God. What did I just say? Your person was holding on to the world. Bitch, that thing say lust. I could never make it up. It says forbidden fruit, non-committal sexual energy, and tragedy. He healing now. He healing, y'all. I don't do that. You know, I love my kings. I rock with the kings, y'all. Hold on, let me lower this a little bit, y'all. Somebody, your person was in a little lust, though, girl. It's okay. Yeah, secrets is at the bottom of the deck, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah. But I also feel like your person has been keeping a lot of their pain inside, is what I'm also hearing God say. Y'all know I don't do karmic messages. I do teaching, y'all. This is a king, y'all. I only channel kings. We are the queen of kings, y'all. This is not a peasant. This is a masculine who has battled the spirit of lust, right? Because of some type of tragedy they have experienced in their life. Somebody has had a lot of people die. I'm hearing loved ones, people that like to the streets. Damn, I just heard lost him to the streets. All right, somebody, your person has lost people in this game of life, is what I'm hearing God say. And because of that, they begin to develop an unhealthy appetite with sex. It's just real, y'all. Because a lot of times people bury it's either sex or drinking and drugs, y'all. Whatever it is, right? It may not be sex for everybody because some kings are protective of their body, but those then they be drinking and stuff, y'all. Because men will numb themselves either through sex, through drinking, and all of that, y'all. Because what they're doing is masking the pain. Somebody, your person is not telling you. It says not opening up. There is an illusion, but the illusion is pain. Somebody keeps a lot inside, y'all. And they're now, right, being forced though, right, to look at that. Somebody is in hermit mode, y'all. What is this energy? Hold on. Somebody's in hermit. Somebody, shit, y'all. God, I can't never make it up. That thing done fell in my lap. Tell me this moon in Pisces energy ain't got God talking to y'all asses. What did I just say, y'all? I could never make it up. This man is sitting in the bed having every light bulb moment you can think of, y'all, about their damn decisions. I could never. And look at you. 6 of Wands, y'all. 6 of Wands. You over here winning, child. Why? Because Mother God, y'all. Manifestation. Somebody, you prayed for something in your life, whether this is a job, an opportunity, or something that's going to get you a lot of recognition, y'all. 6 of Wands. Manifestation, y'all. Somebody, you praying for something and you finna get it. And now you attach to a masculine energy who is actually seeing you be victorious. Somebody, you fought for this shit. What you fought for? Yo, Ace of Pentacles. And what else? Yo, King of Pentacles. Don't fucking play. Say that shit, y'all. Hello, somebody. Somebody, you say, I will burn your shit down for what? My man. I told y'all, it's only 2 things in this world I don't play about. My children and my motherfucking king. And when you realize that, people will realize I will burn shit down. I will block you. I will cut you off. I will cut my own family off. You bring your motherfucking ass over here trying to interfere with my man or my kids, your ass is automatically what? Blocked. Somebody, you done fought for this. Oh, the devil, child. You done fought for this, child. That thing say the devil to the 5 of cups. Somebody, you fought for this. Like you been crying. I'm talking about you been hurt about this thing, y'all. Say that. Who is that? Thank you, love. Yeah, you, girl, your strength. What did I say, y'all? Your strength is being tested. I got chills, y'all. I got chills. Somebody, your strength is being tested, girl. Stop playing. You got this. Your ancestors said your strength is being tested. You don't have to sacrifice another thing. Somebody, you've been the martyr for your family. Goddamn, y'all, the 10 of Pentacles and the Hermit is behind that. What did I tell you, y'all? This man in the house reading. This man trying to figure out how can I get my life together? I need to do some introspection because this here is family. This here is stability. This here is legacy. This here, oh, that shit's wealth. Y'all. Somebody you got, oh, god damn, y'all, the 10 of Cups is behind that. I cannot even move on. I'm pulling it from the bottom, y'all. Somebody is in introspection, y'all. What they want. All of this shit. All of it, y'all. Family, money, emotional health, stability, wellness. Somebody want it all, y'all. Now I'm hearing I want it all. Oh, what is that? I want it all today. The voice that cries out in the silence. To the heart that will love you. Forever Jones. All right, somebody, your last name could be Jones. Forever Jones. Yeah, I'm hearing Forever Jones, y'all. Searching for a heart that will give him their all. Give it all. He wants it all. And he says, serve me with your whole heart. He wants it all today. Woo, child. Somebody, this man is in his head. 8 of Swords. I could never make it up. Woo! All right, y'all. We got a beautiful message this morning, child. Woo, child. That's his last name, Deja. Y'all got me channeling to the gods today. Oh, Lord. I love it. And no old love, y'all. Let me tell you, don't nobody want nothing old. You either want somebody in new energy or a new person. Even our kings, y'all, our kings can operate in low vibrational energy. All you got to say is this: no old love, meaning no old energy. Right? If you want your person in new energy, then you want new love, y'all. If you want somebody brand new, you want new love. All you have to do is not allow the old energy to overcome you. So if you don't want your old person back, fuck them. But if you want your person in new energy, then claim that as well. All right, y'all. Somebody, you manifested this, child. Where I'm going now? Where I'm clarifying. All right, y'all. Whoo, child. All right, y'all. Let's see. Let's clarify. Creature of Earth. All right, that's you, divine feminine. All right, what is this energy? What's going on with my divine feminine and her Six of Wands energy, child? All right, you and your Six of Wands. All right. Yeah, girl, stop playing, y'all. Somebody, you finna get flowers. Mother's Day done came up. Somebody, you like tulips. I'm hearing hydrangea. All right, somebody, you like roses, tulips, hydrangeas could be significant, y'all. Stop playing. Three of Cups, y'all. You knew this shit was coming together. Yeah. Somebody, you eating oranges. I'm seeing raspberries. I'm also seeing cherries. All right, somebody, you could be eating cherries. Yeah, somebody you know. Three of Cups. You like, I know this shit's coming. Say that. Yeah. What is coming? Two of Cups. Why? Because I could never make it up. Why? Because you manifested it. Right? You know what you prayed for. Stop playing, girl. Right? You know what you prayed for. Somebody, you know exactly what it is that you manifested into your life. And guess what? You got it. Yeah, your taste is being reimagined. That's a message for somebody. I just got a notification on my phone, y'all. It said your taste, and it's 8:08. Somebody, you know you a twin. Because when I say I'm catching every synchronicity, it is 8:08, y'all. I just got a notification on my phone, and it says your taste reimagined. Girl, y'all, it's a Pinterest thing, right? Everything on here. Number one, that thing says we're a team. You and your person, y'all hold pinkies together. Tell me God don't talk and you just need to listen. Somebody, you got a picture that say we're a team. What is the next one, y'all? It says until you open your heart, you will never understand what truly awaits you. Say that, y'all. Somebody named Bella or Diego, that's on this thing, y'all. Bella or Diego. Your second message, y'all, that thing says, ladies want to know what will keep a man faithful himself. It has nothing to do with you. Y'all, I'm just reading the things on Pinterest that popped up on my notifications. That is a whole word, y'all. It says, ladies want to know what will keep a man faithful himself. It has nothing to do with you. Your person, y'all, has been dealing with this issue of trying to say, you know what? Somebody, y'all finna get matching tattoos. Somebody, you could have just got a leg tattoo. Somebody, you could have on black jeans or jeans with holes on it. Somebody, you still got the plastic on your tattoo. Yeah. Somebody, it's pillow talk and prayer. That's your greatest desire, y'all. Pillow talk and prayer. Somebody, you and your person used to fall asleep on the phone together. Yeah, on FaceTime. Yeah. It says having someone in your life who thinks you are interesting enough to talk to every day. Knowing that you're worth their time is honestly one of the best feelings ever. Y'all, I'm channeling off the Pinterest thing that popped up on my phone. Don't fucking play. Girl, that thing says ocean breeze meets an all-inclusive ease. Somebody, your man trying to take you on an all-inclusive vacation, child. The Hilton could be significant. Yeah. Ooh, I love it, y'all. And the final message off this Pinterest thing, y'all, that thing says the true queen utters spells of power within her king. Shit, I got the screenshot that and send that to my king. Fuck that, y'all. Hold on. Y'all, and that thing says, have the patience to help each other heal. I could never make it up and tell me God don't talk in multiple ways. All I got was a Pinterest notification, but I paid attention. Somebody, you are in the hand of God. See how God holding her? You are in the hand of God. It says, trust in your queen as she can move in ways a king can't. Somebody, your divine masculine, is being taught how to trust in you, y'all. That thing says trust in your queen as she can move in ways a king can't. Why? Because the queen, y'all, is the intuitive one. The queen is the one praying. That man working every day. My king ain't got time to pray and listen to God all day. So what do? Send him loose shit, right? Hey, babe, God said da 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 da. Why? Because somebody, your ancestor is oil. The next one just popped up, y'all. Oyo. Somebody your name Alicia. Alicia McCall. McCall could be significant as well, y'all. All right, so somebody, it's the queen. The true queen utters spells of power within her king. Y'all, that shit's beautiful. I'm finna screenshot this. I gotta send it to my king. All right, y'all. Let's keep going. Y'all tell you, you listen to me, you gonna get a message anyway. God give us that shit, y'all. I don't do this dumbass shit with people. You know me. God talk in all things every day. And at the point, look, the magician at the bottom of the damn deck. Don't play with me. Never play with me. Go play with yourself. The fuck? Ha! Don't play with me. Play with yourself. Y'all, that's stupid. The magician. All you gotta do is listen to God. God done gave you every step of direction. Y'all don't pay attention because your ass was reading the Bible 24/7. You forgot listening to the universe. You forgot that God is in all things at all times. Why in the hell you felt like all you needed to do was get on your knees and beg and plead and listen to stuff that never mattered, y'all? Now you are beginning to understand all of this in your life, y'all. Somebody, you just had to begin to trust yourself, y'all. Why? Because it's 8/13 and that's my birthday. Hello. When you see your birthday as a synchronicity, y'all, then guess what? Show you right. 8/13, y'all. Somebody, you got that full Leo energy. Why? Because we do. And your strength is being tested, right? Your strength is being tested, right? Love it. My own master. Say that. All right, say that, y'all. Somebody, you the magician of your own fate. And what you doing? Creating your Two of Cups, y'all. Where is it coming from? Your heart. It's your heart, y'all. Somebody, your heart has been under construction. Somebody, you got to plant rose bushes, right? I got a message yesterday from my ancestors to plant either roses or rose bushes. And I just saw the rose on this card, y'all. Yeah, Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles, y'all. I feel like you're dealing with a masculine, y'all, who's been recovering from some type of feelings of overwhelm. All right, somebody's been very overwhelmed in their life. What is this energy? Somebody's been overwhelmed. What is this? Yeah. See, somebody's intuition has been blocked, y'all. Yeah. And they're, okay. Somebody, your person's intuition is being blocked or had been blocked. I feel like they're going through now some type of third eye awakening because of the things that they had lost. I told you, y'all, somebody lost a lot. I feel like somebody lost a lot of loved ones. They just really lost themselves at some point as well. And because of that, they have been in recovery, y'all. Seven of Swords is in reverse. This person is not deceptive, but their intuition is blocked. It's something they couldn't see, y'all. What could this person not see? Hold on, y'all. Let's get into it. Double tap. Yeah. Somebody, your person may have seemed like they were uninterested, but that's not it, y'all. Someone has been abusing divination. This person got an obsessed lover, y'all. High Priestess is in reverse, bitch. Stop playing. High Priestess in reverse. Somebody wanted you to feel like this person was not interested in you. But this is the divination abuser, y'all. This is what? An obsessive lover. Somebody got a crazy ass ex that don't want to let their ass go. And they've been over here abusing divination. You felt like your person wasn't interested in you, but that's not been the case, y'all. Your person has been in recovery. This is the inside scoop. God is saying you need to look a little bit closer. This is the inside scoop, y'all. Yeah. Somebody wanted to steal your person away from you, but what they really wanted to do is steal your gift, y'all. Because let me tell you, if you were obsessing about a relationship, then guess what you're not doing? Creating. If you were obsessing about a relationship, see, y'all got to think, people ain't giving a fuck about your relationship. They're coming for your gifts. They're coming for the anointing on your life. They're coming for your destiny, y'all. So if your person is a part of your destiny, then you damn well better be sure that people want to tear that shit down. Why? Because now you ain't creating because you crying. Now you ain't painting, you ain't writing, you ain't singing, you ain't dancing, you ain't teaching, you ain't healing because you over here obsessed about a person. That's why as a divine feminine, you have to have tunnel vision on your destiny. Because these people in the background, they do all of this crazy ass shit, y'all. Somebody, your person sees it now though. That's the difference, y'all. When the divine masculine goes through their third eye awakening, they see this shit, y'all. Somebody got the inside scoop. You felt like they weren't interested in you, but somebody had a dangerous, toxic ass karmic lover. Very possessive, y'all. This person has been abusing all types of divination. Divination abuser, y'all. Look, because this bitch got a bad reputation and she was trying to give his ass a dirty offer, but his ass is ignoring her. Stop playing. Ignoring, y'all. I could never make it up. I could never make it up, y'all. Somebody, this bitch got a bad reputation. She got bleached blonde hair. She ain't even no real blonde, y'all. I got roots over here. Somebody roots showing, bitch. Go, go dye your hair. Somebody, hey, it's just a little astrology, love, laughs, and relationship, y'all. It's Monday morning. All right, now when y'all tap in at 7:15, we be into the astrology. By 8:15, oh, we dead into the tea, y'all. Stop playing, y'all. Somebody, this chick got a bad reputation. I heard bad mama. Stop playing. And it was a dirty offer, y'all. Somebody could have tried to come on to your person, y'all. Somebody tried to present them with a dirty offer. But your king say, what the fuck? I ain't got time for this. Somebody is ignoring. I'm hearing snooze. Because this cat is knocked out. All right, somebody else on snooze by what was Sizzle? Y'all know that's my damn song. Y'all, this cat is knocked out over here, y'all. Somebody, your person is ignoring the fuck out of some obsessive ass lover with a bad reputation and bleach blonde hair. I'm just saying. I just read the energy. Hello. All right, y'all. Why? Because I could never make it up. And guess what, y'all? He's also reflecting on what? At the bottom of the deck. Karmic friends. Why? Because all of these bitches are groupies, y'all. If you are dealing with a true divine masculine, everybody around them are groupies. These are people that want them to pop bottles, use their money, flex on them, right? These are people that begin to see what you had to see, y'all. As a divine feminine, guess what you did? You saw these people too at some point, didn't you? Did you not? Right? At some point, you saw the groupies and your karmic friends. So guess what, y'all? Somebody, your person is now doing the same. See, the divine feminine is the lead in the union, y'all. You are the lead. Everything. When I say everything, y'all, everything you have had to experience on your awakening journey, so does your masculine, y'all. We all experience the same thing. It's still one journey. It's one journey to spiritual awakening. It don't matter the shape, form, or fashion of you. The journey is the journey. So when you have to sit down and do what? Heal, y'all. Reflect and heal. When you sit down and reflect and heal, what do you see? Karmic friends. It says can't fully trust them, tension, secret competition, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. Why? Because these motherfuckers be groupies and they know you winning, y'all. Too busy winning. People know you winning and that's why they want to be up under you so they can be in your light. And then guess what though? At some point when you stay around bottom barrel bitches is what I'm hearing, right? When you stay around the bottom barrel folk, right? Then you become bottom barrel as well, y'all. Energy is energy, right? Which means if you are high vibrational and you're around low vibrational people, you're not going to encourage them to come up, but they going to overshadow you. Get too much dark in a room. It will cover your light because you will forget that you are the light, y'all. So now we got a masculine who's reflecting. Yeah, groupies, y'all, too busy winning. All right, y'all, somebody, you got a masculine who's really doing a lot of introspection today, y'all. Somebody's doing a lot of introspection. All right, what else do we need to know at this time? All right, what else do we need to know? All right, y'all, let's see. All right, Ace of Cups, beautiful, y'all. All right, somebody, ooh, and the Chariot and the Queen of Wands. Oh, goddamn, and the Star. God damn, and the Queen of Cups behind that. Okay, divine feminine. Say that, girl. All right, I got a divine feminine girl. I don't know what you manifesting out here, but it's all coming true, y'all. I can't even line this up right, y'all. Look, I got the damn Ace of Cups. The Queen of, y'all, the Chariot, the Queen of Wands, the Star, and the Queen of Cups. Sip your tea, Queen, and be unbothered. Be unbothered, y'all. Somebody, you have become the entire star of your life. Somebody, you in your destiny, y'all. The seven. Somebody, you could be a life path seven with this chariot. I'm seeing July 17th. 717 is out here as well. Somebody, you have now begin to own who you are becoming, is what I heard God say. Yeah. Somebody, you're owning who you are becoming. Like somebody, you're no longer running from the anointing. You're no longer running from your destiny. You are no longer running from what it is that God has called you to be in your life. Somebody, you ain't running no more. Say that, y'all. And you did a releasing ritual. I could never make it up. Y'all, that thing says releasing ritual with 111 on the views, y'all, and 88 on the thumbs up. I could never make it up. I got some queens on here today. When I tell you these synchronicities are synchronizing, oh yeah, I got some high priestess bitches over here today. Y'all in straight empress energy, y'all. Releasing ritual. Y'all release some shit, y'all. And now you ready to explore, y'all. Somebody, you are ready to explore. You have a whole community. Somebody, you celebrating. It's your birthday. Happy birthday. Somebody, you traveling, right? You are ready to explore everything that is possible and available to you. Y'all, somebody, you are in flow state energy. That is the essence of the true divine feminine, y'all. The true divine feminine is in flow state energy. What is that? You are unbothered. You ain't got time for people's opinions. Somebody, you got your hair cut. You done got your hair cut. Somebody, you done got it cut short. You done dyed it. Or somebody, you just went and got it done. You changed your hair. But what is that, y'all? A fresh start. Somebody, you getting a fresh start. You absolutely are. You are in full flow state energy, y'all. You finna get a fresh start. This is beautiful energy, y'all. I love it. This is a great start to the week, y'all. Today is Monday. All right. Life, love, relationships, your daily astrology, y'all. I am the Lady Empath 1111. If you are new, welcome, y'all. We start at 7:15. We go through astrology first, then whatever comes out after that. I'll be on until about 9:15, 9:19 or so. So if you are just joining, you got a little more time. All right. Hey, LaShonda. Hey, y'all. All right, I see Mia. 88 is my birth year. I love that. I love that. She said, I love that. All right, somebody, you in flow state energy. Damn. Why did I have to hear that? All right, whatever it is that this obsessive lover was trying to do, y'all, it didn't work. All right, somebody did. They see stuck is in the reverse, y'all. This is a jar spell. All right, see how this lady in this jar. Now, let me tell you, it's in the reverse. But whoever this obsessive lover is that's abusing divination, this could be on your side as well, or their side, or both of y'all side, y'all. August 24th could be significant. All right, but this is what, y'all? It failed. See, this, you did a releasing ritual. Whatever you did after your releasing ritual and your spiritual bath, oh, it got this bitch worried, y'all. Somebody worried. Look at this girl sitting on this bus. She ain't even got no car, y'all. Somebody ain't got transportation. All right. Oh, and that number is the 13. Y'all know my birthday on the 13th. Stop, y'all. Somebody is in grief. They biting their fingernails because whatever they tried to pull off, it didn't work, y'all. You over here in your spiritual bath with your wine, over here talking about what? I'm resting. Somebody, you 35. I got 35 out here, y'all. I got 48. Somebody, you could be born in 84. Yeah, somebody worried, y'all. Oh, because God say why? Because all is fair. Justice, y'all. 3 times we got justice out here. Somebody, people are worried. They are grieving the fact that you are getting justice in your life, y'all. That thing says what? All is fair. And what is that under, y'all? The law of manifestation. This thing here, y'all, that thing says the law of manifestation. Somebody, you are now being governed by the law of manifestation in your life. And what God is doing is giving you everything that you prayed for because you had the ability to recognize certain people around you. You begin to recognize that you had to cut certain people out of your life. Because of that, you are now operating under the law of manifestation. What is that? 11:11, y'all. 11:11, poetic justice. 11:11, somebody, you are operating under the law of manifestation. What is that? What you put out is what you get back, y'all. And you ain't never got to worry about it. If you are a good person in this world, you ain't ever got to wonder if God gonna bless you, if it's gonna work out. That's the law of manifestation, y'all. Bad people always get what the fuck coming to them. But we ain't got time to worry about them. You just be a good person. At the point you are a good person, guess what? God is always going to show up for you. So whatever this obsessive lover divination shit they had going on, it don't matter, y'all. God said you rest. Because see, let me tell you, while you doing this, guess what he doing, y'all? Look, side by side. When the divine feminine get in her spiritual bath and she begin to rest and understand who she is, it pushes your masculine, your children, your husband, whatever it is, into looking at themselves, y'all. Thank you, love. Who is that? Kate? Thank you, Kate. All right. So somebody, you're beginning to understand that you ain't never had to be worried, child. Yes. God saying follow your spark, y'all. Follow your spark. Somebody, you got a red accent wall in your house. Somebody, you be stargazing. I just heard stargazing or moon gazing. All right. You watch it. You sit on the sofa, y'all. God says follow it, y'all. It says follow the spark. Why? Because it's your manifestation, y'all, and it is gaining momentum. Your manifestations are gaining momentum, y'all. All you had to do was believe. Somebody, you finna get it. Thank you, love. Happy Mother's Day, y'all. To all the mothers, I pray y'all had a beautiful day yesterday. All right. What you manifesting, y'all? Soulmate. Somebody you in a same-sex union. That's beautiful. Right? Beautiful, y'all. Whatever your soulmate connection is, it's beautiful, y'all. And God is saying, guess what? You manifested this. Right? You manifested this. So why not follow your heart? Why not follow your bliss? Why not understand what truly makes you happy and go for it, y'all? Go for it. Come on, y'all. Let's get those thumbs up over 100. All right, we got 94, 129 people watching. Double tap for me right quick, y'all. It don't take long. Just double tap the screen, y'all. All right, y'all want me to go silent on y'all ass until we get to 100. Now I can just shut up. Actually, I'm gonna sip my coffee right quick anyway. All right, somebody, you're manifesting something, y'all. Yes, y'all. I just noticed this is a mirrored number, y'all. That's 25 and 52. Y'all stop playing. 25 and 52, y'all. That's a mirrored number. Somebody, you finna come face to face with your goddamn person. That's what I just heard. And somebody, this could be a new person. Somebody, you ain't met this person. Y'all just felt a cool breeze. Y'all say that shit. Somebody, you finna come face to face with a soulmate, and this is a new person. Why? Because you have manifested this, and God has given you the green light. Somebody, I'm hearing John Legend. Give me the green light. Give me just one night. Woo! I'm ready to go right now. Ha! I'm ready to go right now. Somebody, you got the green light. Stop playing. Let me drink my coffee, y'all. Somebody, you got the green light. Yeah. Yeah, y'all. John Legend, green light. Hey, y'all, we channeling music on TikTok Tuesday night. All right, Tuesdays, I'm changing my TikTok. Tuesdays at 5 o'clock for the ride home. It's channel music. All right, we channeling music on TikTok. Y'all know I can't play the music here on YouTube because of copyrights. All right, but I can channel the music on YouTube. But I'm hearing it, y'all. John Legend, green light. All right, so somebody, you're manifesting something and God has given you the green light. All right, what is this manifestation? All right, what is this manifestation that's taking place for the collective? These my divine feminists. Shit, bitch. Sorry, y'all. That thing says choose love, y'all. I told you. Somebody, you are manifesting a soulmate. You are. It's just your time, y'all. Everything is seasonal. Y'all gotta understand that, y'all. God is seasonal. And that's why you had to pay more attention, y'all, to the universe, so that you can understand the 4 seasons and that things are temporary, y'all. You can't be in a drought forever. You can't be lonely forever. You can't not have love forever. All you had to do was align yourself. Instead of preaching Bible, preach healing, because healing brings alignment. And when you align yourself with God, you get everything that God desires, y'all. Somebody, choose love. What is that? The love of yourself. Choose love, y'all. Somebody you a life past 7, July 11th could be significant. July 25th as well. Somebody you are finding love. Somebody you got some beautiful nails. Somebody your nails orange or yellow. All right, somebody you got spring nails. All right, somebody you got on a gold bracelet. Maybe your king brought you a gold bracelet for Mother's Day, or a bracelet could be significant, y'all. Yeah, and somebody you finna blow up in front of everybody. Y'all see somebody, that thing says all eyes on me. You could even be have a disability. Somebody, you could be in a wheelchair. Somebody, you having a girl. Somebody, if you pregnant, it's a girl. All right, congrats. All right, somebody, congratulations. If you pregnant, it's a girl. All right, but somebody, all eyes are about to be on you. You finna get the flowers. And guess what? People, oh, they about to come toe to toe. I'm talking about toe to toe, y'all. People are coming toe to toe with you. And what's happening? The great crumble. Say that, y'all. The great crumble. People are now having to look at you and look at themselves, and it's causing y'all a significant divide, is what I'm hearing. Is causing a significant divide, y'all. It is the great crumble. See, now that you done looked at some things, y'all, what does that say? In their shoes. In their shoes. When you done sat there and looked at yourself and you realize that people have the same choices and opportunities that you had, then guess what? You just made better decisions and they didn't. And it doesn't mean that you got to keep people around. You literally can sit down and say, you know what? I was in their shoes. I was in an abusive marriage. I was on drugs. I had trauma. I had things happen to me. I have been in their shoes. But what did I do? I made better choices and decisions. I chose to heal. I chose to not hurt people. I chose to do what's right. What is God going to do for you? Right by you. Stop playing. Somebody, God about to do right by you. Why? Because you always did right by people. Let me tell you something, y'all. Let me clear some of these so I can start a new set. But let me tell you something, y'all. As long as you do right by God, God is always going to do right by you. And sometimes doing right by God, y'all, means cut people off. Right? If God done told you 17 and a half times that your sister sabotaging you, if God done told you 17 and a half times that your mama them don't like you, if God have told you these things and you keep people around, you sabotaging you at that point, not them. Right? A lot of times it's easy to say, my sister sabotaging me, my family sabotaging me. They can only sabotage you if you allow them in your space. Because can't nobody sabotage what they don't have access to. Hello, 117 and the 117. Say that, y'all. 117 on the people and 117 on the thumbs up. People can only do what you allow them to. Restrict access, y'all. Stop being around people that are sent here simply to frustrate your purpose, y'all. Some people's whole goal in this earth, y'all, that's it, y'all. But that's they contract, not yours. Shit. We don't get to negotiate our contracts. Some people brought in this world to be karmic. They really are, y'all, because they will never choose to heal. They will never choose to see themselves, right? They will never. So what you got to realize, y'all, is that some people, instead of asking why my mama them don't like me, why my children don't like me, why such and such had to happen to me, stop asking why. Stop giving a fuck, y'all. Stop giving a fuck. When you realize that we all have contracts here in this world, we can't control our contract. You could never control the fact that you the chosen one. You could never control the fact that you had to be the strong one. You can never control that, y'all. So at some point, you got to stop trying to control it and accept it. Somebody, you are accepting it. Somebody got a light bulb moment, y'all, of acceptance, is what I'm hearing God say. A light bulb moment of acceptance, y'all, is taking place in the collective. And that's all you got to do, y'all. This whole journey to self is accepting a few things. It's accepting that you are flawed. Shit. Right? The journey to self, y'all. Take my life coaching class. All right. I do life coaching, y'all. 3 1-hour sessions for $250. You schedule it however you want to schedule it, y'all. Most people do 1 a month. All right. But the journey to self is your ability to go within first to examine how you made certain choices and decisions. Right? How you got the way you at, y'all. And sometimes it ain't always about other people. Sometimes it's simply the fact that we were hurt, y'all. Sometimes it's the fact that you didn't have a mama or a father or anybody to truly teach you how to be a parent, right? How to be a chosen one. You ain't nobody. This shit don't come with a map. It don't, y'all. It doesn't come with a map. But what you got to be willing to admit is that I don't have clear direction, right? I don't have guidance. So maybe I need help, right? God only holds you accountable for what your ass know, right? God holds you accountable to what you know. And at the point you know better, then you got to do better, y'all. God ain't gonna hold you accountable for stuff that happened to you as a child and you didn't heal that shit. So then you went and made bad choices and decisions. Hell no, God ain't gonna punish you for that. Somebody stop playing. God ain't punishing you. That's what I'm hearing now. Like somebody, you feel like God is punishing you. God does not punish you, y'all. That's that dumb church shit. That's that shit where people keep you in fear. And every time you think something bad is happening in your life, you talking about, why me, God? Why are you punishing me? God does not punish you. Your choices, the choices you make, create repercussions, y'all. Just learn the fucking lesson and don't do that shit no more. Simple. God ain't punishing you. God wants your ass to learn the lesson. All right, so somebody don't do that, right? Don't be hard on yourself. Somebody you feel like God punishing you. No, God is trying to show you some lessons, right? God is trying to teach you how to cut off your kids. God is trying to teach you how to cut off your mama them. God trying to teach you how to stand up for yourself, y'all. How to advocate for yourself. That's all, y'all. And when you begin to do that, your whole damn life will change, y'all. All right, let's tap in, y'all. All right, let's tap in. I am the Lady Empath, y'all. 1111. We are live every morning at 7:15 for your daily guidance. All right, we start off with astrology, and after that, whatever comes out. All right, you finna get some type of clarity, y'all, that you've been seeking. Somebody, you've been doing a lot of speaking into water. It has something to do with your foundation, your root, right? Your family. This could definitely be family legacy, y'all. Yeah, it says river of release. All right, river of release, drifting along the river of release. Somebody, man, if you don't release these goddamn people, y'all, I done changed that sucker up, lit the damn incense and everything. Here we go. All right, y'all, it says river of release. Release and renew. All right, burdens, where waters carry away burdens, guiding towards renewal. All right, somebody, you need to do a releasing in the water. All right, make sure y'all have that releasing. Oh, I got to do that. Have I not posted it, Marky? I don't know if I posted the releasing ritual guide. If I have not on the website, I need to post that today. All right, I created a guide, y'all, for the releasing ritual. All right, somebody, you need to release in water, right? Because water holds memory. And somebody, whatever this is that you need to release is something from your past. It's deep rooted, is what I'm hearing God say. Yeah, here are the roots, y'all. And it may be hindering or limiting your success, right? See, secure your foundation, fostering growth, stability, and thriving journey ahead. See, somebody, you have a thriving journey, right? But you got to make a change. See, make a change is here, y'all. So God is saying you do. You have the roots to success. It is in your foundation, but you have to make some type of change. We're going to clarify and see what this is, y'all. But somebody, it's again, y'all, we're talking about rebuilding the legacy, right? This is the title for the week, y'all. God already told me this week is rebuilding the foundation. From Mother's Day to Father's Day, this is a self-examination of the collective to say, how can I build the legacy that God truly desires for me? What is it that God truly desires to me? And what does that look like, y'all? Because it ain't got to look like y'all mama them, right? Whatever the legacy is that you desire, it ain't got to look like anybody that came before you. This is your legacy, right? This is your legacy, y'all. This is your inheritance. This is your kingdom. Your kingdom ain't got to look like your mama them kingdom because they ain't had no kingdom. What's river of release? Oh, damn, that came right out, y'all. Somebody, I cannot. I'm telling you, river of release, what that thing say? House. Seeking clarity, lovers. I could never make it up. I love my gift. Hey, I love my gift. Give me two more, guys. Don't fucking play with me. What did I say? Concern. Roots to success, y'all. Concern. That's somebody's grandfather. Somebody, you got an ancestor message. Somebody's grandfather is concerned. Yeah, official person. That there will be nobody to change your legacy if you don't. Somebody, you got a masculine or this is you with family room at the bottom of the deck, y'all. Stop playing. See, somebody, you're meant to build a legacy, y'all. See, there's a grandfather that is concerned that their legacy is going to diminish. Men build legacies, y'all. So as long as they can keep men single, right? Men that don't want to be in union, men that don't want to be married, men that don't want women that love God. See, they want men to have baddies that's fighting and shit on the internet versus a woman of God, because they make women of God seem like they corny. Well, I'm the baddest bitch around here, and I'm a woman of God. The fuck? Right? Hell, we swing off the chandeliers with the best of them. We just only do that shit with our partners. Simple, y'all. Right? Simple. But it's like people want to give women of God some type of stigma. Like, nah, you don't want her. You want a baddie. You want somebody fighting in the streets. No, you want somebody praying for your ass. Hello. Right? You want somebody praying for your ass. What is you talking about, y'all? So somebody, yeah, there's a concern from someone's grandfather or an ancestor, y'all. That's 33 and 22. 33 and 22, y'all, about what? Family, legacy. I could never make it up, y'all. Never. Yeah. That's all this is, y'all. So now, right, the collective in general, y'all, specifically the masculine collective, because the masculine collective, y'all, they are the ones with the legacy. Men are the patriarchs, y'all. So you got to understand, if men never come into marriage or establish a healthy home for their children and a queen, then there is no legacy, y'all. A single father is not creating a legacy because that is not ordained by God. God ordains kingdoms, and I ain't never seen a kingdom without a queen, y'all. And if you take that shit to Bible, since everybody want to talk about Bible, the Bible is still talking about kings and queens, which means that there is still unity and partnership that is necessary in order to facilitate the move of God in this world. That is the new earth reality. Not no broken ass marriage that got to be where the world dictated. When the world began to dictate and put rules and regulations to marriage, that's not, don't nobody want to be married no more, y'all. Most men don't even want to be married. Some women don't even want to be married because the world has put stipulations on something that God never put stipulations on. There was no such thing as go to the court and stand behind or before a justice of nobody to get married. Because the fuck that come from, y'all? That was not a thing. There was no thing to say go apply to be married. The reason y'all have to put in a marriage application is because the census want to track y'all asses so they can tell you how many people get married, how many people getting a divorce, so that y'all can remain hopeless and never wanting to form unions, y'all. You ain't got to go to no justice of the peace, no courthouse and do nothing. When God spiritually binds you to your person, that shit's over with any damn way, y'all. Somebody, you building a whole legacy, but you had to release, y'all, what? Your family. House, y'all. Somebody, you had to release the old thoughts, ideas, and traditions of however you were brought up, y'all. What is this energy? Let's tap in, y'all. All right, we only have about maybe 20 more minutes, y'all, and I got to get out of here and get some work done today. I may come back live at 7 p.m. just to do a quick 1 hour love reading since I was posting to the channel anyway today. I may as well just do it live. All right, so I may pop in at any time today, but probably around 7 because I do got to get some more personal readings done today. All right, y'all, let's clarify house. What is this? Y'all, silence. I'm telling you, y'all, I could never make it up. Somebody, you were silenced by your family. Silence, y'all. That's it. Somebody, you released it. You began to speak up for yourself. Somebody, you lost your voice a long time ago. Yeah, it says when voices are stilled, truth remains hidden. Awaiting is revealed. How many times people say, don't tell what's going on in my house? How many times people say, don't tell what go in my house? How many times people say, be silent about the things that hurt you? How many times people say, keep it in, right? All you do, y'all, is hurt yourself. That's like a cancer. That's like a cancer on the inside of you being facilitated by your silence. Simple. Yeah, it is, y'all. So somebody is now understanding that their silence, right, has caused a lot, right, of issues. Somebody, yeah, you got spiritual access to something. Somebody, this is a separate message. I just heard this shit clear as hell. Somebody, your person is really silent and now they're regretting it because silence has broken up whatever this is that y'all were trying to build. Somebody has not completely told you the truth about what's been going on and their heart is yearning to speak some type of truth, but their silence is breaking up the foundation of what it is that y'all are building. Somebody, it's a building buildup. Because now I'm seeing like an avalanche of like water, like gushing through. Somebody, you could live in New Orleans. What is that? Katrina, the walls, y'all, the dams. I'm seeing somebody dam, like a dam of water breaking and all of this emotion flooding through, y'all. Somebody's silence, they've been silent too long. Or your voice was stolen as a child as well. This could be by family. This could be by your family. Shit, yeah, gold diggers, y'all. I could never make it up. Somebody, you surrounded by a family of fucking gold diggers, y'all. That thing says house. Somebody, you gotta release your family, y'all. That thing says release. That thing says craving wealth and luxury, often at the expense of genuine connections and true intentions, y'all. Somebody, you surrounded by a bunch of damn gold diggers. It's your family, and they silenced you a long time ago. Somebody, you seeking the clarity, and you gonna get it. Yeah, Pisces energy. What did I say, y'all? Moon in Pisces. Why? Because don't ever question my gift. Hello, Moon in Pisces today, y'all. It's the intuitive downloads. God is showing people things about their family, things about their love relationships, y'all. It says seek clarity. Pisces energy, y'all. What is this? Falling apart in the tower. I'm telling you, y'all. There's a masculine in somebody's energy. They've been silent so long about what's been taking place in their family that they have created a tower moment for themselves. Somebody's whole life has been falling apart and they ain't even telling you because they silent. But their family is a bunch of damn gold diggers, or this is your family. Take it how it resonates, y'all. But somebody, as everything falls apart, right, the spirit of life trembles under weight. That thing says expect sudden and intense changes. There's a breaking down of the old reality for the masculine collective in order for the new begin. As the divine feminine becomes ready for her new beginning, the divine masculine has to align. Why? Because you set the frequency and the energy of union, divine feminine. So if you are in a marriage, if you are in a relationship, if you desire harmony, you have to create it for yourself within first. When you begin to stabilize your energy, you absolutely will magnetize in your person. 848 on these fucking synchronicities. 848, which is what? 44, 4, 4, 4, y'all. What is that? Foundations. Foundations, y'all. 4 is the number of foundation. 444 is the number of protection. When the divine masculine begins to understand that they are the protector and the defender of the divine feminine, they gotta fall in place, y'all. As the divine feminine rises in her power, as you are speaking, as you are teaching, as you are doing whatever it is that God has commissioned you to do in this earth, the divine masculine has to step up in their rightful role, which is what? The defender and the protector, y'all. Every healer needs a protector. Somebody has allowed their silence to create tower moments in their life, y'all. And they got a bunch of damn gold diggers around them. Why? Because of their ego. Somebody, you hit a rough patch in your relationship because of your person's ego. Somebody had to stop drinking, y'all. Somebody, whiskey blues, y'all. Whiskey blues, y'all. Somebody, your person you've been battling with their ego. It says two forces locked in tension. Neither willing to back down. Right? Or this could be your ego. Take it how it resonates. Let me tell you something. If you are single and you are going through this awakening yourself, and God is trying to tell you that you need to be more concerned with your roots, and you are trying to be more concerned with everybody else, then you fighting God. That's what? A battle of your ego. It's simple, y'all. Your spiritual awakening is a battle of the ego for both masculine and feminine. So everybody that like to point fingers, he an ego, girl, he an ego. No, you an ego too. All of us be an ego, y'all. Y'all got to stop assigning roles. Even in the spiritual community, people still like to point fingers, y'all. Even in the spiritual community, divine masculine avoidant, divine feminine anxious. Oh my God, he in ego. Child, everybody is anxious. Everybody is avoidant. Everybody is in ego. We are all one. And I am not going to teach separation consciousness to any fucking body. That's why we at where we at. Because everybody got to be right. It got to be the Bible. It got to be the Torah. It got to be Jesus Christ, the Holy Ghost, and all of that. Nope, it got to be Mother Mary and Magdalene them. Everybody got a fucking opinion, and that's why we're divided now. I don't give a fuck about none of it, y'all. Everybody being ego. So what we as a collective got to understand is the divine feminine ego says what? I know he ain't doing me like that. Fuck no. He don't know who I am. I'm the baddest bitch smoking. He think he gonna treat me like this. I'm gonna show him, and then you keep calling. and you keep showing up because you're gonna show him I'm gonna show you I'm a great woman. I'm gonna show you I'm the divine feminine. I'm gonna show you. Bitch, that's ego too. We all being ego, y'all. The reason you keep showing up for him is because your ego won't let you walk away. Hello. Oh, I don't got no hearts on that. Oh, poor Tink Tinks. Oh, and absolutely, I love that. Single battling myself. Yeah, y'all. It's all a battle, y'all. It's all a battle. And when you realize that, y'all, you be battling too. It's our ego, divine feminine, that makes us feel like he don't see me. He's not gonna choose me. He don't know who I am. Right? Of course he knows who you are, y'all. That's your damn ego. So somebody, you hit a rough patch, but it's okay. Yeah. What you're obtaining is higher wisdom, y'all. Look, what you're obtaining is higher wisdom about the journey, y'all. There's nothing wrong with admitting that you an ego. I damn sure I have a huge ego, y'all, because my king has a huge ego. Right? We're very successful people in our own right. So you do battle with ego. Cause I'm over here talking about I told my king one time, y'all, he had to piss me off. And we was doing this. Stop playing. We in union, y'all. We do this shit every now and then. He had said something to piss me off. I told him, I said, Google me, because the fuck is we doing here? Like, you don't know who the fuck I am? I told my own king to Google me, y'all. God said that was some ego shit right there. I say it was, God, because he pissed me off. Right? So I'm telling you, we all being ego. He made me mad. I said, oh, you need to Google me because you must have forgot who your lady is. The fuck? Right? So let me tell you, y'all, when you recognize as a divine feminine, your masculine is a representation of you, and you are a representation of them. So if you're dealing with a king that got a big ego, you probably got one too, child. My king full of ego. He's a fine ass man who own his shit. He own his own company. He take care of his kids. He about his business. So you damn well he got a big ego, but so do I. Right? Whiskey blues, y'all. So somebody, you and your person could be hitting a rough patch right now. Yeah. Because somebody could absolutely be drinking, y'all. Because I feel like you are dealing with a masculine, though, who now has begun to seek clarity about the relationship, or this is you, take it how it resonates, right? You could be seeking clarity on just yourself and your relationship with your higher self, y'all. It's not always about relationships. Sometimes it's the relationship with yourself, right? So if you are single and you listening to these readings, it's really about the relationship with you and God and not a person. But if you are in union or in a relationship and it resonates that way, then take it how it resonates. All right. Higher wisdom is here though, y'all, which we are all obtaining, right? We are all obtaining higher wisdom. The winter time could have been significant because I just saw snowflakes or crystal things. All right. So somebody, you're exploring higher wisdom, or you're dealing with a masculine who is seeking clarity. Yeah. Somebody, you've been shielded from a lot of this though, y'all. See, somebody, you gotta understand, when you're dealing with a masculine who does have a big ego and they are silent, you gotta understand their silence is actually protecting you, y'all. And they'll tell you that, right? They will. They'll tell you, y'all. So what you got to understand is that their silence is actually shielding you, right? See, you got to understand, employ your shield of resilience, guarding against external pressures while nurturing your internal strength in love and career. So what I'm seeing, y'all, is that this is a masculine who's had to deal with a lot in their own life. Somebody, let me tell you, if you're dealing with a real king, of course they're financially stable, y'all. Y'all know y'all be asking me, right? And yeah, y'all, they do. They are financially stable, right? So yeah, they take care of their mama, sister, brother, cousin, them. Yeah, they help everybody pay bills. Yeah, he putting his little sister through college. Yeah, they doing all of that. But it's at the point that they have to realize that they have to exercise balance in their own life, right? Then that's nothing you can do. You have to take the higher seat of wisdom and say, let me allow my spouse, my person, my king, whoever it is, to do what it is that they need to do. Sometimes their silence, y'all, is protecting you. And what the divine feminine has to understand is that you have the intuition, a God-given gift, y'all, to always understand what your person going through. You always can, y'all. That is your God-given gift as a divine feminine, is the wisdom of God on the inside, y'all. And somebody, I feel like you could feel like you've been suffocating with the silence, but I do feel like the silence is actually protecting you. Yeah, Quiet moments, y'all. I could never make it up. Somebody, this is a masculine who's spending a lot of time by themselves. Quiet moments. Concern is here, y'all. Somebody is concerned for their own lineage, y'all. See, this message of concern is a masculine who is older and someone who is very traditional with official person. This is somebody who is concerned about their own foundation and the roots of what it is that they want to build, y'all. If you're dealing with a real king, they are going to make sure, y'all, that they connect themselves with a divine feminine who can nurture their kids, be a good mother, and truly help them what? Build their legacy, y'all. Somebody, your person is sitting in solace. Yeah, it says seek solace in the silence where clarity finds its true voice. What did I say, y'all? Let your kings be quiet, y'all. Enjoy the silence. I enjoy the silence. Mine go quiet all the time, y'all. We in union. But I know when he go quiet and he step back a little bit, that he thinking. And when he come up, that man come out with a master plan. I be like, damn, babe, what happened? God was talking to his ass. Right? You got to understand, y'all, God talks to them like God talks to us. Right? So allow the silence, y'all, because somebody, yeah, woo, the hidden key, y'all. Somebody, silence, it's the hidden key in this. All right, silence is the hidden key, y'all. Beautiful. That thing says hidden key. Put things together piece by piece to reveal the bigger picture. All right, y'all. God putting something piece by piece in this, y'all. Somebody is piecing it together. I feel like your divine masculine. Oh, yeah. Hidden keys, y'all. It's coming right over family room, y'all. True intentions, y'all. Stop playing. I was just going to say, well, what is this the masculine seeing? Somebody's seeing somebody's true intentions, y'all. That thing says stay authentic and aligned. All right, y'all. Yeah, somebody wants to stay aligned with their heart's desires, but they're seeing somebody else's true intentions. I could never make it up, y'all. There's a masculine that's ending something with people around them, y'all. Irreconcilable differences in casket, child. Somebody is ending it, y'all. I don't know what the hell. That thing says true intentions, y'all. Look, this man is screaming on this card. Stop playing. Somebody is screaming. They see the true intentions of their family, y'all, or what it is that they desire, y'all. Nevertheless, whatever it is, y'all, they are burning bridges and endings, y'all. That thing say endings, true intentions, y'all. True intentions, irreconcilable differences in casket, y'all. It says this energy severs connections. Or this could be you. If you are single, you have now seen the true intentions of the people around you. And now you have understood that that has been the hidden key to your success. Somebody, this ain't about a relationship. This is about you understanding that in the quiet moment, God has now showed you the people in your damn life. Now you have experienced, you done put the pieces of the puzzle together. Somebody, you like puzzles, you like to sit down and figure shit out. Well, God has shown you now the people around you. Now you see the intentions. And let me tell you, you are not held responsible for what you do not know. But once you come into the knowledge of things, God will absolutely hold you responsible. If you keep people around you and you see their true intentions and they bite you, well, you knew that motherfucker was a snake. The fuck? Did you think the snake would not bite you? I'm just saying, y'all. Hey, join the Discord, y'all. I created the Discord community, all right, as a community of support for the collective, y'all. All right, for my followers, the collective, we created our own Discord. As you know, social media is social media, right? But there are some topics I cannot discuss. So when we do healing rituals, releasing rituals, we discuss childhood trauma, y'all. We discuss some deep topics. Those I have to do on Discord. Right, so you have to join the Discord. But when I do those classes and sessions, y'all, my Discord is $11.11 a month. But what you get, y'all, is at least one ritual a month with a guide that goes with it. You get content, you get spiritual packets, workbooks, everything, y'all. Join the Discord. All right. Somebody sees the true intentions of somebody in their life, and because of that, they are ending it. Yeah, somebody is ending something, y'all. Let me see who this damn person is. I heard the tarot. What is this? I heard traditional tarot at that. Somebody could be in the dark moon, man. I could never make it up, y'all. I heard regular tarot, and I just grabbed the deck. All right, y'all, this witch back. Y'all know we done had this narcissistic woman that come in now. When this Queen of Swords in reverse, the moon in reverse, somebody moon magic ain't working no more, y'all. All right, this is a feminine energy. All right, person could be an air sign. Damn, it's more than one, y'all. God damn, the Queen of Wands in reverse behind that. Somebody's been doing a lot of magic, y'all. This could be two people, or this could be one person doing manipulation, spell work, air energy, y'all. Air is communication. Air is communication. So whoever this person is, it could be two people or it is one person. But this person been doing a lot of moon magic, y'all. That's why you had to do that releasing ritual, y'all. Somebody, you had to cut this shit off, y'all. There's two women or one. Yeah, what did I say? Somebody, I got the Hierophant, the Six of Cups, and the reverse, Six of Cups, Three of Swords in the reverse. Somebody, your person wants to raise their frequency. Somebody wants a commitment, but they had to release their past, y'all. Hurt. Somebody has been hurt a lot in their past, y'all. This is nostalgia, y'all. This is somebody who really feels a connection to you, but they also had a connection with someone from their past. Could be a mother figure, could be an ex, y'all. Whoever this person is. See, you the Queen of Pentacles that bought this person temperance. Stop playing. Queen of Pentacles to temperance, y'all. You have brought this person a lot of balance in their life, but they have been stuck in a cycle, y'all. The Wheel of Fortune is in the reverse. Somebody had been stuck in a cycle. October 3rd or March 10th could be significant. 36 years old, 53 or 56 could be significant as well. You brought somebody a lot of balance in their life, y'all. Yeah, but the Knight of Cups is in reverse. Somebody's been holding back emotionally. Two of Wands, not telling you what it is that they truly desire, but now they're ready to make this decision. Someone is transitioning, y'all. Six of Swords, yeah. Somebody is tired of being in that indecisive energy. But somebody may need to move or relocate. Maybe y'all live at a distance. I'm seeing this man holding on to this glove. Somebody's been trying to figure out what it is that they could truly offer you, though, y'all. Page of Pentacles, Two of Swords in reverse. See, somebody, you dealing with somebody that's still healing. Even the stars in reverse, y'all. So this is a masculine who's really been considering what it is that they truly have to offer you. And that's why this has been a difficult decision. Somebody could have a moon in Libra, all right, which means that this is somebody who is very balanced and they will want to make the most balanced decisions, y'all. Yeah, somebody, this person sees you in the Nine of Pentacles, y'all. They see you as somebody who is beautiful and healed. Stop playing, y'all. The Star and the Nine of Pentacles, y'all. Somebody sees you as beautifully healed. So they know that they had to make a decision, but there's been a lot of confusion, y'all. And it's this whoever these people are or person. It's been causing this mind a lot of confusion. Aries energy, Scorpio as well. All right, someone is also spiritually gifted, but they don't understand how to use their gifts, y'all. This is a masculine who's also gifted, y'all. Two of Wands, Three of Wands. Someone could be 23 or 32 years old. All right, but somebody was very confused about their own spiritual gifts is what I'm hearing God say. Why am I seeing this deck? Hold on. What do we need to know about this masculine spiritual gift? What do we need to know about their spiritual gifts? Yeah, this fucker is a healer. This fucker is a healer, y'all. I don't know why I heard it like that, but I heard, yeah, this fucker is a healer, y'all. Your masculine got healing hands. Stop playing. He a healer, y'all. It says you're able to use universal energy with your hands to help others alleviate spiritual, physical, or mental suffering. Somebody, your person need to be in the Reiki, y'all. Yeah. Your person need to be in Reiki. They got spiritual gifts. One more? All right. Spirit said one more. All right, this person is getting... God could not... I'm about to run the fuck out my room. What did I say? Divine masculine, bitch. Healing hands, motherfucker. Y'all know I get excited and start cursing, y'all. Oh, my God. Divine masculine. Wisdom, strength, leadership, protector, compassionate, authoritative, grounded, spiritual, and resilient. Somebody, your divine masculine is a healer. A whole healer. And that shit come through his hands, y'all. Somebody, your man got dreads. Somebody, he got a nose ring. All right, somebody, your man got a warrior tattoo around his neck. Somebody, your person got a tribal tattoo around their arm. All right, like around their biceps, right? Or around their chest or collar. All right, divine masculine energy embodies strength, protection, and action. Oriented qualities. He is a force of stability, logic, and rationality, driving one to be a pillar of support and guidance. This energy fosters leadership, y'all, and courage, helping to navigate through challenges with determination and focus. The divine masculine also embraces an unwavering presence, holding space with integrity and responsibility. He partners with the divine feminine, balancing receptivity with action, intuition, and logic. That is the balance, y'all, of the masculine and feminine energy. See, somebody, you dealing with a real king. who's a healer. And what that means is they are never going to come to you until they settle some things in their life. And whether this page of pentacles is a representation of their life, their children, or their stability, they're not going to come to you without a plan, y'all. This is a man who was trying to make sure he had a plan. Why? 1111 at the bottom of the deck, y'all. Stop playing. Somebody, your masculine is experiencing a crossing, y'all. It says the crossing. There's a bridge, y'all, that's taking place in your masculine's life, or this is in your life. Take it how it resonates. 1111 is an alert from the angelic energies that you are supported by forces. Supported, y'all. Look at that bridge. There are two hands supporting the bridge, y'all. I'm reading off the 1111 card, and it's talking about the next card, y'all, the bridge. So the masculine now is beginning to understand that he is being supported, or she, masculine is energy, right? Being supported, y'all. It says, supported by forces you cannot see. You can sink into relief. Celebrate, get excited when you see 1111. Somebody, your person seeing all the signs and synchronicities. Yeah, it gives you confirmation that everything is on schedule and divinely guided in your world at this time. It also is a sign of angelic presence. Somebody, angels are guiding your divine masculine. When I say they seeing all the angel numbers, look, y'all, 444. Protection. We just talked about that. Somebody, you and your person, even if you haven't met your person, y'all, somebody, your person is being spiritually prepared outside of you. I tell you, y'all, many people, you won't go in a union, and then some people will go through your awakening alone and then meet your person. If you are fragile and you have been broken, God can't allow you to go through a spiritual awakening with people. That's why you go into separation, or that's why you don't even meet your person until after you heal, y'all. If your shit is fragile, you can't have this shit break you down and you fragile. That's crazy, y'all. The only reason I stayed in union the whole time through the whole awakening process is because I'm a beast. Because I'm a beast. I listen to God. I stay on my knees and I walk in my feminine essence. That is the only way you can stay in union and not go into separation through a spiritual awakening. You got to be in beast mode. And I was already in beast mode, y'all. The symbolic hand holding up a bridge resonates with the chosen one's energy, as it represents the weight of responsibility, sacrifice, and the essential role of the chosen. Somebody, your person is accepting the fact that they are a chosen one, and that it does come with a lot of weight, or this is you. But this is an acceptance of who you are, y'all. Yeah, it's who you are. Much like the hand that sustains the bridge's weight. The chosen one endures the chosen one endures and connects realms of ideals, often standing alone in their pivotal role of upholding the path of greater good. As the chosen one, especially men gotta realize that you gotta be able to stand alone, y'all. See, 444 protection. This spiritual awakening, you alone. It ain't your homeboys. It ain't your frat. It ain't your athlete buddies. It ain't your none of that. The spiritual journey is a journey that you have to take alone, y'all. And most men, they surround themselves with people, y'all. And they have to realize that your frat ain't your protection. God is your protection, right? That's not what it is. You got to be able to trust in God, y'all. So somebody, yeah, your union is under protection. All right, y'all. I want to get my twin flame some messages. Then I'm gonna get your advice for today, so we can get ready to head out of here. All right, I'm seeing my deck. Where's my twin flamers? Hold on, y'all. I got this deck I see in my mind's eye. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get y'all some messages. All right, I will be back in the morning, y'all, 7:15 for your daily guidance. All right, I'm live every morning. All right, for your daily guidance of the collective. Oh, where's the deck I'm looking for? Let's see. All right, I will be, now I may be live later on today, y'all, maybe possibly at 7. So just make sure your notifications are turned on, y'all, because I may just come back later just for a collective love reading. Won't be long, y'all. It'll be the length of the ones that I post on the website. All right, so it won't be incredibly long, but if I'm going to post it to the channel anyway, then I may as well channel it live. All right, let's see. That's not the deck I'm looking for, y'all. And y'all know when I see a specific deck, I always like to grab the one that God is showing me, because it's a message in it, I am sure. Hold on, let me check my other card, y'all. I got all my decks right next to me. Let's see. Oh, here it is. I think I put it in here. Is that it? All right, y'all. I pray y'all are having a beautifully amazing day. Why can I not find my goddamn deck? All right, let's see. Well, damn it. All right, y'all. We might have to use the other one because for some reason I cannot find this damn deck. That sucks. Oh, nope. There we go. Y'all know a bitch ain't gonna give up. I just stalled for y'all asses. Y'all know I ain't got good sense, y'all. All right, you know I ain't got good sense. All right, let's get you, my lovebirds, some final messages so I can get y'all higher self messages for the day. All right, let's get my lovers some final messages. All right, if this is resonating with you for your divine masculine, I want to get you some messages from their heart space, and then we'll get you to your advice for the day. And I hope y'all have an amazing day. All right, advice or messages for my Twin Flame collective. All right, make sure you guys purchase my Twin Flame Journey Soul Workbook. All right, it's called the Twin Flame Journey Workbook. It allows you to just do some reflection questions about your journey. What is it that your masculine is teaching you? What are you learning? All right, y'all, communication. All right, your person want to communicate, y'all. It says, I need to talk to you and to feel you close. All right, I want to reach out to you. Please be open to receiving communication. All right, from me soon. Your response will encourage me greatly, and I will be waiting to hear back from you. Let me tell you something, y'all, about the new Twin Flame Journey. There are no more waves. It ain't no wave 1, 2, 3, 4, right? You will come into union with your person when you ready, y'all. That's it. That's all, right? Some of us had to be jumped into this shit, right? We was in a wave and that shit just wasn't gonna act right? But that's not what the energy is anymore, right? So if you are on the journey when the divine feminine comes into union with herself, you will absolutely meet your person, y'all. And you ain't gotta be worrying about all of that shit, right? You don't, y'all. All right, learning. Yes. It says, I am learning lessons now. Somebody is graduation season. You could be graduating. Somebody you could have just came from a graduation. All right, I'm seeing somebody in a cap and gown. All right, but it says, I have grown up since our last encounter. I have been working on myself to be the better person whom you can be and feel proud of. Beautiful, y'all. I say that, y'all. Karmic battles. Somebody been healing, y'all. I told you they've been doing their healing work, y'all. It says, I am releasing what no longer serves me. What did I tell y'all? What was this first damn card? River of Release. I could never make it up. River of Release, y'all. That was the first card. I told you, your divine masculine releasing karmic energies, y'all. It says karmic battles. Please be patient with me. My process of growth and change as I come into my power. I am making sure that everything is in alignment so I can be with you. I am severing my ties, y'all. I am severing my ties with karmic situations and completing cycles. And then this one just popped out the damn deck when I was reading, y'all. Look at you, beautiful and birth and shit. I heard beautiful and birthing shit, y'all. You are beautiful and you're birthing, y'all. Get in position. All right, somebody you birthing, you giving birth by the end of this month, y'all. So just go and get ready. Somebody you just feeling uncomfortable because you know that it's coming, y'all. All right, you know it's coming. You just feeling a little uncomfortable, y'all. It says, I am blessed beyond measure to share such a powerful divine love with you. I'm so grateful for you and give thanks to the divine creator. Embrace your beautiful divinity. You are a precious gift in my life. All right, what's the last message from the divine masculine? All right, what is the last message? All right, one. Oh, damn. Okay, well, I was trying to do 3. All right, y'all. It says, wait, my world in love. All right, y'all. Your person said, don't turn your back on me. I was going to do 1 and 3 flipped up, y'all. Wait, y'all. If you are considering walking away, ask for peace. All right, pray for peace. The twin flame journey is not easy. That shit is downright difficult. It is a spiritual awakening. It ain't love. It is a spiritual awakening, right? It is downright painful. All right. But what you got to realize is that somebody wants you to wait, right? This person feels like you are their world, y'all, right? It says, I haven't wanted to admit to myself how I really feel for you. It means stepping out of my comfort zone, but it's time. I know it's taking me a while. I do know what you need, and I want to do this right. Please wait for me, right? I will do things right between us when I come forward to you. Now, Many people in this spiritual community is triggered by the word wait. Wait does not mean you sitting on your hands doing nothing. All it means is that you walking and living in your purpose, but you're not like finna just go fuck somebody else. That's stupid, right? My world, right? It says, you mean the world to me. Everything revolves around you. I keep you in mind when I'm making decisions, and I include you in all of my plans. Every action, every dream. I love doing life with you. You mean so much to me. Without you, I feel like nothing. And that's why many divine feminine have issues here, y'all, is because you are used to love bombing. If you have ever experienced a real king, real kings don't tell you anything, y'all. Real kings move in silent. A man is a man of his word, which means that a real man, they not promising you the world. They just gonna give it to you. They just gonna give it to you, y'all. 2 weeks, I think it was maybe a month into dating my king, a couple years, when we started a couple years ago, right? He literally said, "Oh, I just want to give you the world." And I said, "Okay." And what has he been doing? Working to give me the fucking world, right? They understand who you are, but you gotta give them space to grow. You gotta give them space to learn, y'all. People don't just meet a whole goddess bitch and be ready. Right? People don't just meet a whole woman of God that see through walls and shit and just be ready. So what you got to understand is the space that you allow your masculine allows them to do their work, y'all. That's it. It's just space for them to do work. Y'all be so concerned with what they doing. This man love you. Right? Love. It says, I want to make love to you, which you have never experienced before. Damn. I want intimacy in every way possible with you. I just want us to know each other like no one else before us has ever known. Your touch, your voice really heals me. I, somebody, your person being healed by you. And when you understand, as a real divine feminine, absolutely you are the healer to your masculine, y'all. Because you heal your inner masculine first. And that makes you a whole magnetic bitch. All right. And when you become that magnetic queen that you are, you damn well better believe that this joker is coming for your ass, y'all. You just got to stop believing in them and believe in yourself. Y'all be put, I don't think he can do it. I don't think he can do it. I don't think he healing. I don't think he coming. Are you doing it? Are you healing? Because if you're doing your work, then you know he's doing his. So then you ain't worried about that dumb shit. At the point you second guessing him is because you second guessing your ability to withstand this journey. And this is a journey to self. So the only time you doubting if your person doing the work is because you tired of doing the work. You like, damn, I'm tired of doing this shit on my own. Is he coming? Is he coming? He coming. And you ain't doing it on your own, though, is what God just said. You ain't doing this shit on your own. You got God every step of the way. Every step of the way. All you got to do is say, God, what he got going on today? And God gonna send your ass 17 messages, 10 confirmations, 4 songs, 7 downloads. Tell me I'm lying, y'all. Tell me I'm lying. God gonna send you 17 confirmations so you can set your ass down somewhere and be okay, right? With the healing that's taking place in your masculine. It's a healing, y'all. It is a healing. All right, let me get you your advice for the day. All right, let's get your advice. I hope y'all are having a beautiful day. All right. I hope y'all always continue to ground yourself in this energy, y'all. We got a new moon coming up Friday. I hope y'all will be meeting me in Tampa. I will be on the beach Friday, y'all. All right. So we do a new moon session. We'll do it live from Tampa because I'm having the Tampa Collective event this weekend. All right. So meet us live if you want or if you desire, if you are in the area. And we'll do the the new moon intention. All right, in that Tampa session. All right, so y'all are there. We'll do it live. All right, advice for my collective today. Thank you guys so much for tuning into the live. All right, advice for the collective. Ooh. All right, life can be hard and life can be wonderful. Which will you focus on today? All right, which will you focus on today, y'all? Don't focus on the difficulties, right? Life can be hard and life can be wonderful. Which will you focus on? All right. What has your inner voice been asking of you? Listen and act. All right. Listen to your inner voice today, y'all. Listen to your inner voice today. Thank you guys so much, y'all. We did wonderful. 137 likes. I'm really enjoying this, y'all. Stop caring about what people think, y'all. This is your life to love and live. All right. Stop caring about what people think. It don't matter, y'all. It don't matter. Stop caring about what people think. This is your life, y'all. This is your life to love and live. Live your life, y'all, to the best of your ability. I tell you, God does not hold you accountable to people. God holds you accountable to yourself. When you are betraying yourself, when you are not living in the way that God desires of you because of people, that is self-betrayal, y'all. God gonna get you for that, right? God gonna get you for betraying yourself. Fuck other people. All right? Stop trying to carry the world. Yeah, absolutely, y'all. Stop trying to carry the world on your shoulders. You don't have to do that, y'all. You do not have to carry the world on your shoulders. Let that shit go, y'all. All right, somebody let it go. All right, what's your final message? All right, the final two messages, y'all. All right, make time to play, have fun, and be free. We'll get your angel numbers as well, y'all. All right, make time to play, have fun, and be free. All right, and then we have say that shit. Stop looking outside yourself for the answers, y'all. You already know them. And that literally brings us right back to what, y'all? Today's astrology. The moon is in Pisces, y'all. God is going to give you every answer. You just got to listen, y'all. You got to listen, right? And it's through whatever messages you get, y'all. You got to listen. All right, moon in Pisces, you're going to get the answers, right? It's about being more disciplined as well. All right, y'all, let's get your angel numbers. I'll see y'all back in the morning, 7:15 a.m., y'all. All right, for your daily guidance, love, life, and relationships, all right? Career, all of that, y'all. We do it all. We done covered it all this morning, y'all. 33, beautiful. Angel number 33, y'all. If you not at work and you can type into the comments, put 33 in the comments, y'all. All right, it says, I am expanding. That's what God wants you to know, y'all. The universe is allowing you to expand. It's universal expansion, right? Child love, child. I love it, child. All right, I am expanding, y'all. It says any positive changes or projects you are considering right now will be worth your while. All right, it's time for you to expand your brand, y'all. If you got brands, if you got careers, all of that, this energy facilitates expansion. It facilitates growth, right? So, yes, expand your brand, change your content, do whatever. Why? Because I am limitless, y'all. The number 0, right? See, we are in this expansion energy and there are no limitations either, y'all. So God is saying, look, right? Expand it. Your power, manifest and create, right? Your manifestation abilities are heightened right now under this Pisces moon energy. And it's going to be this way, y'all, for the rest of the month of May, which means go get it. Go get it, child. Why? Because you are limitless. You are limitless, right? There is no beginning and no end. All is infinite. It is time to develop your spiritual side. You are gaining a new sight, understanding of both godly and earthly things. Y'all, I'm done for the day. I am so done. Both at the same time, y'all. No limitations. God is saying, if your ass ain't woke by now, welcome to your awakening. Welcome to your awakening, y'all. And guess what? You are the creator. Triple zeros, y'all. I am a creator. What did I just say? If it's your content, if you create whatever it is, y'all, God is expanding it now. Why? Because I am a prophetess, y'all. I ain't no tarot card reader. I don't read cards. Cards read me. I don't read the Bible. The Bible reads me. I am a reader. I read everything. Songs, messages, everything, y'all. You are the creator, not the resource material that you use. You the painter, not the paintbrush. That's the utensil, y'all. You the singing star, not the microphone. The microphone is the tool to get your voice out there, y'all. Stop. Triple zero. I am the creator, right? I am the creator, right? It says you are one with the creator and there are no limits to what you can achieve. You have the ability to create something new and incredible in this lifetime. In this lifetime, y'all. In this lifetime. All right. And your final number, y'all, 1111. I am awakening. All right. It says the universe is arranging people and experiences on your path today, y'all, to help you succeed and helping you wake up to who you truly are. 1111, y'all, all day, every day. All right. All this is your spiritual awakening. And all you're doing is awakening to who it is that God desires for you to be here on this earth. All right. Have a beautiful day, y'all. Marky, I don't know what you're talking about. Have a beautiful day, y'all. Like I said, make sure your notification bells are turned on, y'all. I may do a 7 o'clock love reading. All right, because I usually load content on Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I may come back at 7 if I'm not too tired this evening and just hop in and do a quick love reading. All right, this evening, or really whatever comes out, because it may not be love, y'all. I can't say that because I do whatever comes out reading. So whatever comes out, y'all, at 7 o'clock, y'all. All right, so just hit your notification bell in case I do live, go live, or make sure you join the Discord. All right, because we always post the live schedule in my Discord as well. Have a blessed, amazing day, y'all. All right. Garner yourself in peace if you can. All right. Go outside on your lunch breaks and ground your energy so your coworkers don't get on your nerves. All right. Don't go off on nobody today, y'all. All right. And the people start getting on your nerve at work. Realize they just be offended by your light, y'all. That's all. People don't understand the light of the chosen one. So a lot of times we go to work in these environments and stuff, and you be wondering why people be triggered and shit. Child, they be triggered by your light. They don't understand how you go through hell and high water and you come in that office smiling. They don't understand how you fight with your children the day before, but you show up and you be the best representative of that company you can be. Y'all, people don't understand it because they know the shit they be throwing at you. Hell, they know the magic they be throwing at you, and you still show up and you do your job and you do it with a smile, right? That is the light of the chosen one. All right, y'all. Love and light, as always, the Lady Empath, 1111. Have a blessed day, y'all. Everything is on my website. Book on the website. Manuals and guides are on the website. Classes and courses will be on the website by the end of the week, y'all. I've been editing and I've been busy as hell, y'all. Meet me in Tampa this weekend, y'all, for the Tampa Collective.